Hi there and welcome to Avernum 3 Ruined World. This is a totally reworked version of the old Avernum 3 and there's no limit to what you can do here. You can fulfill missions, you can become a trader, you can become a monster hunter, you can become a soldier. Whatever you want is there. We'll start a new game and we'll just look into whom to create. We'll make a new character here. Let's see. So welcome. As this is a technical horror to stream, not to play. It's playing very perfectly. I cannot really look into the chat, so I'll just make pauses from time to time. So as what will we going to start? Look at that. We can make a custom character. They can train themselves immediately after you start the game. This is crazy. Maybe let's start with something usual, I don't know. We've got a priest and some others already. We could become a rebel. Look at that. Mighty blows. Some people dare to rebel against anyone in power, even in Avernum. They have to be good at everything if they want to survive. I don't know if we want to be good at everything. Maybe better be good at one thing. The soldiers. The archers. Hedge wizard. Shaman. I don't know. We've got a sorcerer and a priest and a rebel. Maybe I don't want the rebel. Maybe I want the berserker here. And here we could go for... I mean, a soldier makes sense, right? What about a rogue or an archer? Let's see. I mean, we'll be able to modify our character very much after the start. And there's also not the full functionality yet. That will come in a few days, when you can also order this thing. Why not go for a soldier? We'll edit his name. Sezos is quite a good name. Horum. And Cordelia. Cordelia seems good. Could be... we could also be a Nephil, a Slith, a human. So that's our starting setup. Human, Nephil, and Slith. Yeah, I'd like to be a human. We'll be Captain Can. Let's start out with hard. Torment is a little bit too hard for me. But hard is good. Legends tell that Avernum is the gateway to the underworld, from which the dead never return. Avernum is also a real place. It is many miles of caves and tunnels far below the world's surface. Oh my god. The Empire rules the surface totally. When they discovered Avernum, they had the perfect use for it. A prison. What is this place? Everyone who didn't fit in. The rebels. The antisocial. Those with incorrect opinions. They were teleported into Avernum forever. The Avernites built subterranean cities. Let's go! They learned to fight. They studied magic. Kaboom! They built their strength. And their community. And then, when they were ready, they got their revenge. Through the portal! The Archmage Erika made her own teleporter. Emperor Hawthorne ruled the Empire. He was brilliant and ruthless, utterly despised. And a piece of ash now. What? It's too late, mages. Oh dear. Vladimir Yezgarazad. It's time to deal with Avernum. Yezgarazad. Avernum struck down the Emperor 4 years later. The Empire invaded. Destroy them! Kaboom! Oh my god! They're dying! Avernum was outgunned. And outnumbered. The Empire War was thought lost, until Avernum found an ally. The alien Vanatai joined you. Who are they? Ah, retreat! Your new allies from the deep underworld turned the tide. The Empire was expelled. Now what, Erika? Now we escape. Avernum won the Empire War. 5 years passed. Nothing was heard from the Empire. The Avernite decided that it was time to return to the surface. They built a magical portal that established Upper Avernum, new cities and tunnels just below the surface. Then they selected someone to explore the surface for the first time. You. It's us here. That's the map. Welcome to Avernum, and yeah, a tutorial to get us started. And I'll make a short pause and look into the chat, see who has arrived. Yeah, I'm a bit lonely, but that will change, I hope. I don't know how many people want to see Avernum, but I want to try it. Let's see, let me get a sip of water and then let's continue. By the way, this is like technical horror to stream. But it works, it works. So there we go. So this is where we start. Entering Fort Emergence. Your year of tedious service in the Avernite army has finally paid off. You have been chosen on very short notice to join unspecified services and travel to the surface. The surface, out in the sun. You had never dared dream of it. First, however, you must complete your final training and testing. Happily, some equipment has been left for you. 2 crude helms of thick lizard skin wait for you on the table nearby. You should take advantage of them before you move on. Oh, there we go. Come on. Ah, press G. Give me that bag. Ah. Give me that stuff. There we go. Let's equip ourselves. And this guy. Says Os, our berserker. The lizard's skin helm is crude and dirty, but it might deflect one of the Empire's weapons. If you're very lucky, you eagerly look at the door to the north. Time for your elite training. When you travel up to the surface, you are likely to be attacked by hostile soldiers and beasts. Before you are allowed a buff, Avernum wants to make sure you can handle it. That is why, just ahead, several beasts have thoughtfully been left here for you. Once they are destroyed, Avernum will be confident in your abilities. Aha. So, this is how we attack a foe. I know all of this. It's not interesting to watch the tutorial, right? We'll walk to the giant spider and attack it as soon as we can. Our two guys here, and finally with our priest. Ow! Oh my god, poison! This will damage the character every turn until it fades away or is cured. Poison or acid. This is due to being like hard. On normal you don't get these abilities. At least not at the start. So we've got Captain Can. And we want to, we want to use our crude dagger. Attack the bat! There we go. Oh, God! Says Oz is dying already. Well, we must attack the spider. We're active here. Should try if we can cure. Minor heal. We could cure Sezos. And now a bolt of fire would probably be good. Cloak of curses, daze. They will have a chance of not being able to move or attack for a short time. No, we'll go for a bolt of fire and eliminate that thing. Yeah, there we go. Ouch! Oh my god. We're nearly down. Come on. Let's go! We did it! There we go. Very nice. Now we can go and end the combat again. Ooh. Our health is pretty terrible. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's do some minor heals, right? On to Sezos. Since both of the subterranean horrors left for you have been squished, the gates to the north open. Agents from unspecified services hurry through, eager to throw you into a teleporter and send you to Upper Avernum. From there, you'll be at last able to step out onto the surface. And yeah, let's do that again. Heal Captain Can. You were teleported up to Upper Avernum and sent to Fort Emergence just below the surface. Here your final training began. You were told about life on the surface. This is what sunlight feels like. Oh, yuck! The surface hurts! It burns! So watch out, it was terrifying. Your briefing was extensive. This is a tree. What's it for? And confusing. At last you were declared ready. You're to go see someone named Anaximanda to get your orders and leave for the surface. All Avernum waits on you. They hunger for the sunlight. Carry the dreams of your people. Good luck. And there we go. Let's see what we can get here. Some stuff here. A healing potion and some money. It's in the junk bag. No. Close the junk bag. We find that. Okay. So, what else is there? Let's look at the ground if we find someone there, something there. Boots, A note. Cool javelin, a candle, and a tunic. Everything very well worth it. Leather pants and dried meat. We can already use the leather pants here. And you can get the boots, and the tunic is... Tunic's okay, I guess. Right, the tunics, yeah. Give the tunics away. We'll do that into the quick use items so we can read. Candle too. And the javelin, I don't know. I don't know where to. Maybe here as a ranged weapon. Berserker with a crude javelin, that's just about what I like. So we'll save. Yeah, that's my second try, so to say. To get into the game, yeah, the first we've streamed this already. Let's explore. You step out of your quarters and into one of the many cavernous halls of Fort Emergence. The corridors are eerily quiet. Only a small fraction of the troops that will be stationed here have arrived yet. It's time to find Anaximander and get your orders. Happily, someone left a map on the table in your quarters. It will help you find Anaximander's office. Sorry, just having lunch. All heard about you. Who are you, Gordon? You meet a young, scrawny man with short, sandy brown hair. He's cleaning his hall. This meal hall, occasionally pausing to gnaw at a piece of venison jerky. Real meat forage from the surface. We don't have anything like this below. He nods respectfully as you join him. Greetings to you, adventurer. I am Gordon. That's what I really like about this game. Like, it gets you into the role play instantly, and the characters say, I am Gordon. Like in many modern RPGs, they don't say their name, but you call them by their name. That is odd. Exactly what is it you do? Well, I'm sort of the servant for the guest quarters. I sort of keep everything clean, we prepare meals, that sort of thing, and you say sort of often. How about the guests get their own servant? Well, when important guests such as yourselves come, they expect to be treated well with as much luxury as we can summon. That sort of thing. Unfortunately, there's one problem. And what problem would that be? Well, we're trying to get the fort ready for all the troops that will eventually be here. Unfortunately, we're not totally ready yet. He looks scared. Please don't try to get me into trouble. It's not my fault if anything goes wrong. I just sweep. I thought you just said you're responsible for the guest quarters. Yes, and this is my main responsibility. He grabs a broom and sweeps a little by way of demonstration. Okay. Okay. Well, you're the caretaker. And Gordon the caretaker, I've got another question. Gordon stops by the table to take a drink of proper surface ale. Okay, he's the storage keeper, or rather drinker and eater. Delicious. Can I help you with anything else, adventurer? I'm at your service. As far as that goes, do you know where I can find some supplies, like here, where you have that? Oh, that reminds me, I was supposed to tell you. There's a storeroom to the west, south of Anaximander's office. There's a side room there with a bunch of stuff for you. Where can I find it? Leave the guest quarters and go across the main central cave to the west. The important people all have their offices in the northwest corner. That's all for now. Thanks. And of course, we'll go into this room. See what we find there. We could steal something or get a knife with us. I don't think we'll need a knife, so let's just continue this way. You enter the Fort Emergence training hall. You can come here when you want to improve your adventuring skills. The trainer, Yanmitho, is keeping in shape in the battle pit. There's... where's Yanmitho? Here's Yanmitho. You can also tab and see everything, like it's used to. I only train the elite. Well, we are the elite. That's what we are. Crude longbow, crude spear. Yeah, we'll take all of this with us. even if we can only sell it. As you can see here, the weapons are no longer in the rack. I think so. Is there more here? No. Alright, let's go down there. Swish, swish. Hey, elite trainer. A young lithe woman moves gracefully in the center of the room, performing various martial exercises. A vicious curved sword is sheathed at her side. When you approach, she gives you a stiff bow. Apologies, just keeping in shape until more soldiers arrive for training. Welcome. I'm Yanmito, the trainer for Fort Emergence. Who do you train? I'm here to train elite soldiers, helping them perfect their skills for the most dangerous missions. I can also train others. She says others with mild disdain. You can't help but guess her contempt is aimed at you. Do you have a problem with me? You work for unspecified services, do you not? I'm not afraid to say I have little respect for your lot. We are all fighting the same enemy. Pho, she spits. Unspecified services is a ragtag band of untrained adventurers, amateur spies and mixed hangers-on. We soldiers train hard and die for our cause. You wander around aimlessly and expect respect. And yet King Mika gives the first contact, the surface to your undisciplined lot. She spits again. King Mika is a wise ruler, I say, and I will not tolerate any insults. No, let's just talk about something else. Or maybe let's find out what she has to say. No, let's get on her good side. Let's talk about something else. Gladly. I'd like some basic training. Oh, look at that. We can go for Bolt of Fire. What can you go for? Also a Bolt of Fire. It seems like, yeah, we already know the Bolt of Fire, so we don't need that. And advanced training. I'm under orders to train you to the best of my ability, but only when I find you ready. You aren't yet. Go out onto the surface and prove yourself worthy of my aid. That's all for now. Thanks. Oh, this is closed. Space is currently blocked. Okay, it's not closed. It's no longer closed. What's in here? There's a table with a hammer on it or something. Pen and ink, a light source. Ah, that doesn't hurt to take this. Door is locked. Oh. Well then, what's in here? More leather pants. Very good. Let's actually give them over to Cordelia. And dice. We always need dice. Some leather pants and a tunic. She's got a leather armor now. Yeah, well, the tunic is also not bad, right? But it's also not good. Everyone had a leather armor except us, except Captain Cam. You leave the guest quarters and begin your exploration of Fort Emergence. Everything is new and all of the construction was done very quickly. You hope that a ceiling doesn't collapse on you when getting a breakfast. You work for unspecified services and your commander Anaximander is somewhere off to the west. First step of a long journey. This might be a good time to save the game. Oh, yes, well, then we'll save the game, right? And look into the chat to see how you're doing. Hello, all of you. Yeah, just sipping some water. This is a technical horror to stream, so you'll always see my interface when I tab out of the game. I can only, like, record all. Happy to have all of you here. Now, let's continue. Let's continue. Some guys are waiting. Jumping in and out of this. And we'll continue now. let's go. Let's be a little bit disciplined. So, where to go? Nox is also here. Chemistry guy, DJ Slide, Soma, Olf, whoever is there from you. Still, I appreciate you watching. Let's explore this together. It's a preview version I got from Spiderweb Software. I really like them, and they seem to like me. They were the first to give me a press code ever. Like ever. And I love them for it, and because they make such good games. The games are not like technically perfect. They're programmed by very, very small teams since years, and their mechanics are just awesome, and also their story. These barracks are still pristinely clean and completely unused. No soldiers have been brought up to fill them yet, but it will probably happen soon. So, what have we here? Tongues! I don't know. Sometimes you find very odd uses for things, and... What's there? A cat! Okay, the cat. And we had an encounter with a cat. And here, some barrels. You always want to smash barrels, right? That's what you do. And these barracks are incomplete. The floor and wall in the corner aren't yet done, and some of the furniture is still on the way. Soon, though, this chamber will be completed and filled with anxious Avernite soldiers. Let's see. Hey, yeah, let's plunder. Well, there's nothing in there, unsurprisingly, but still, you always want to look, right? Hey, cat. Let's pet the cat. Come on. We're nice. We've petted you. Let's go in there. Oh, the long ways here. Yes, Mazumdar. Let's talk. This woman is quite young, probably in her mid-20s, yet she radiates power and authority well beyond her years. She levels a piercing gaze at you. I am Mazumdar, head mage of Fort Emergence. She's carrying a pot in her hands. It contains an actual surface flower. So what do you do here exactly? I coordinate all magical activities that take place in Fort Emergence. Ah, alright, does this fort have many mages? This fort is still painfully understaffed. However, if we have our way, it will soon be a great center of magical power. She grimaces, that is, if the Triad allows it. And what is this Triad? And why are they interfering? The Triad consists of the 3 greatest mages of Avernum, based in the Tower of Magi. They are in charge of all things magical. Unfortunately, they tend not to want to let power out of their control. For that reason, our resources are nowhere near what they could be, she grins, with exceptions, such as... Supposed to be training mages here, yet the Triad won't let us have the books to teach spells from. She grins mischievously. However, we've managed to sneak a few things past them. We need those tomes, after all. Well, that sounds interesting. May I read some of your tomes? Mazumdar thinks, and then slowly shakes her head. I'm sorry. It's too much of a risk to say more about what we have here. If certain things were known, it would cause us great trouble. I don't think we can trust you yet. Well, that's all for now, thanks. Let's go through that. You enter the main Fort Emergence laboratory. Here, specimens from the surface world are brought to be carefully examined. Avernites have forgotten much about the flora and fauna of the surface, and it all needs to be relearned. In addition, alchemical herbs are being grown in long stone pots at the east end of the chamber. They are then made into potions to be given to soldiers stationed here to aid them in the case of an Empire attack. The sign says nature development and processing. There's a giant lizard out there. And this is this the library? I don't teach. Oh, come on, Bera. Oh, you could steal something. A pen and ink. No. I guess she would notice that. Hey, Bera. Oh, that's... Oh, you meet a small bent wizard, heavy with years. He's sitting at his desk, poring over a thick book. Researching esoteric topics you could never begin to comprehend. You clear your throat to get his attention. He squints up at you and croaks, I am Berra. I hope you're not here to waste my time. Can you give me training? He doesn't look like a trainer. What are you working on? I mainly concern myself with doing research. Only the facilities here were adequate. And how are they lacking? He croaks in irritation. Now, if I was at the Tower of Magi, I would have all the tomes and materials I need, but here I have little to work with. What is this tower like? Tower of Magi is the center of magical learning in Avernum. Oh, what would I give to be there? The research I could perform. I've got another question. He looks up at you, but his eyes are unfocused. He may be talking with you, but it is clear that his mind is wandering in realms far away. What? What are you working on? He's with the research again. What sort of research are you doing? Devising immensely powerful spells, communicating with beings beyond your comprehension, gaining absolute power, nothing you could possibly understand. You're probably just here to waste my time. All right, goodbye then. Another disruption. A lit brazier and buckets of water keep this room hot and humid. The moist air is full of the rich, strange smell of live plants. To the north, you see a wide variety of surface flora, neatly organized and ready for careful study by the fort mages. What have we here? A potted plant. Aha. Mundane plant in a pot. The Empire used to send similar plants to the underworld as a kindness. Yeah, where they prospered or something. Oh, what's this? When you stop on the rune, a misty cloud of liquids shoots out of a hole in the ceiling. It envelops you and makes your skin sting and your eyes water, then it dissipates. This must be some sort of magical cleaner to be used in the case of lab accidents. Well, that's good to know. Maybe we can get something there. Some help if we are in trouble. And here, what's this? The corridor here is blocked by a magical wall. It's a cube of faint glowing energy and seems at first to be unsubstantial. However, you know very well how misleading appearances can be when dealing with magical matters. You touch the barrier lightly. It throws your hand back with daunting force. Your wrist is slightly sprained. You back away quickly before something worse happens. What's going on here? This chamber is thick with a raw stink of animal feed and fresh dung. There are cells ringing the room, several of which hold strange creatures from the surface world. They must be here for study. These are from the surface. Oh yes, Eva. We can see they are alien creatures. Definitely dangerous. What's this? I believe they can be delicious. We've got a cow here. Hey, cow. Moo! Do we have on the ground? Some bones. And some more bones. Oh my god, I let them out, right? Dang it! The young woman's robes were probably clean this morning. Now you have bits of fur and tiny clumps of dung on them. She curtsies to you, self-consciously brushing fur and such of her robe as she does so. I am Eva. Of the Church of the Seeking Soul. We obtain knowledge and then we share it. Sounds good. What sort of work are you doing? I'm here to research the flora and fauna of the surface world. Spies brought some samples back. You can also magically summon samples from the surface world, examine them in their cells, and teleport them back up. And if they are damaged, I heal them. Why do you use teleportation for that? It's a difficult technique, but remember we need to stay hidden from the Empire as long as possible. By using big magical energy. Do you have anything in the cells now? There are some interesting samples in there right now. Please don't let them out. And what is fauna? Animals. If you find any unusual creatures on the surface, ask me about them. Maybe I'll know something. And this flora. You know, plants. If you find any unusual creatures on the surface, ask me about them. Maybe I'll know something. Well, that's all for now, Eva. Thank you. They've got sheep. Oh my god. Raise the sheeple. Maybe let's get out of here. I don't know. Let's see where we can... Offices of the Majory. Violators will be towed. Ooh. There's Theresa, and there's a giant statue of whatever that is. Let's actually autosave. Quick save, I mean. Yeah, let's autosave. That was a good one. What's in here? This is the North Gate. You must pass through here to return to the world's surface. The way is protected by a lava pool. A narrow bridge arcs over it, built to be quickly collapsible in case of Empire attack. Okay, yes. Looks like Dwarf Fortress, right? The lava pools. Anyone of you played Dwarf Fortress? So bored. Who are you? You meet a portly bearded man in nondescript robes. He wanders around the main gallery of the fort, clearly quite bored. Oh, hello. I'm Rebecca. How are you? Well, we're not a wizard. You have robes. Are you a wizard? No, common mistake. I'm a sage. I just won't be able to do any of my work until they let me go outside. And why won't they let you onto the surface? The powers that are desperate to keep the Empire from learning their location fought Emergence. That is why only people from unspecified services like you are the only people let out. Speaking of which, I'm supposed to meet someone named Anaximander, Mr. Habecker. I've heard of him. Unspecified services, right? His offices are in the northwest corner of the fort. I've got another question. He's pleased to be chatting with you. Anything to relieve his boredom. What job do you have here? Well, I was hired to do research for the fort, which is why I'm so bored. Are you bored because you have nothing to study? Yes, I came here to study things from the surface world. However, they won't let me go up there to study, so I spent my time down here wandering back and forth, waiting for permission to emerge. What interests you most on the surface world? All the things to explore. All the amazing creatures we've forgotten about and need to rediscover. I hear they have a thing called a bird. Can you imagine? What is this thing you call a bird? It flies or breathes fire or eats eyes or something. I keep hearing different stories. I'll never know for sure until I can get to the surface. That's all for now. Thanks, Habecker. Is this the office? I don't know. Let's... in northeast. Let's find out. Why is this my invent? Oh, we find something here. An iron javelin we can take. We'll take that thing. Here. You never know. It's Marianne and a guard. Marianne. Mary Ann, maybe. Mary Ann. With a small heavy-set woman with a friendly attitude and a radiant smile. Her long robes have been patched many times in her travels. She shakes your hand when you approach. I'm Marianne. Hi there. What sort of work do you do? Well, let's see. Yeah, in deep Avernum, real Avernum, I was doing research in Motrax's cave. The dragon, I mean. When everything up here seemed more important, so I came to Fort Emergence to help out. Oh, who is Motrax? She grows sad. Poor old Motrax. There were 5 dragons in Avernum, and Motrax was the oldest and kindest. In the Empire War, a band of those bastards tried to slay him. The wounds he received weakened him. He died after a long illness. After that, the place had too many sad memories for us. I mean, me and the captain over there. She nods toward the office of the south. To the south. The captain? Captain Coe. He's somewhere around here. He's a, shall we say, rather good friend of mine. She grins. All right, I know. I've got another question. Marianne smiles and leans against a huge crate of supplies. What else were you wanting to know? Captain Coe. The dragon was your... Is Captain Coe the dragon? No, that's too much. But it could be. So, you're a mage, more a sage, but I can cast a few spells. I know things seem peaceful. If the Empire finds this hidden fort, we'll be in a battle for our lives. A dragon was your friend? She briefly relives some sad memories. Yes, he was strange and old, and I could never truly understand him, but well, yes. We were friends. In his age and weakness, he understood much more what it was to be human. I wish I had been able to meet him. She starts to respond, but she soon has to struggle to hold back tears. Sorry, I miss him terribly. Excuse me. Excuse me. The conversation ends. Making maidens cry. That's what we do here. And we'll make a short pause. Oh well. How are you doing, guys? I hope you're well. We'll continue soon. Oh, let's start off. Yeah, nothing to see here. Exactly. Let's continue. Let's continue. I know that Avernum 3 isn't so popular, but I just want to show it because it's such an interesting thing to play. So there. Let's get back to it. Dip into Avernum, the ruined world. Let's see. So we've just met Marianne, and she is a friend of a dragon that has died from a long illness. We've just made her cry. Oh, for Emergence. How to fight. Come on, we know how to fight. Is this some kind of dungeon we're going to now? How to use... I know how to use items. Come on. Let's see. Let's see. Sign says Orb of Thralny. Authorized personnel only. We're Nah, come on. Okay, we're not authorized. This? Is this the authorized one? Levy. I can reward you. That sounds good. A pale Avernite, impeccably dressed and with neatly cut hair, waits behind the counter. As you approach, he checks his notes. Ah yes, the surface explorer. I'm Levy, quartermaster and keeper of the Orb of Thralny. How may I help you? First, let's be polite. Who are you? What are your responsibilities? I'm in charge of making allowances for those in Avernum's employ. I also provide rewards for those who perform exceptional services, and I obtain equipment to supply the soldiers here. As official Avernite envoys, you are entitled to per diem, as well as rewards for notable achievements. Okay, well, what is my daily allowance? Levy checks some records, carefully counts out a small pile of copper coins and hands them to you. You've been budgeted 25 coins per diem. Here's your allowance for today. Don't spend it all in one bar. Per diem is like Latin. Means per day. Have my achievements merited a reward yet? Probably not. Alright, that's all I need, Levy. I'm glad to hear it. Anything else? What is the Orb of Thralney? It gives you a small smug smile. I am entrusted with the guardianship of Thralney's sphere. Yeah, okay. What is the Orb of Thralney? An irreplaceable and ancient artifact. It gives its possessor the power of flight. It flashes you another small tight smile. If you ever need to borrow it, be sure to give me a request. Sounds useful. May I borrow it? He smiles smugly without even bothering to think. He says, request denied. Perhaps you could request again later, though I doubt it will do you any good. Resist the urge to punch him. Alright, that's all for now, thanks. No begging? Oh, come on. Can we... Doesn't that just through? Okay, okay. Yawn. You're tired? You're going to the surface. Yes, we are. These chambers here are a lot nicer and more carefully built than the other areas you've seen. This is probably where the high-ranking officials work. This is also probably where you're supposed to get your orders. I don't want to get orders. Yet. Let's look at this thing first. What is that here? Maybe we can meet some more interesting people. I'm watching you. Come on. I'm watching you too. So bored. Yeah, that's because you're watching. And here, Commander Johnson. And a sleeping guard. Sleeping and standing. That's what you learn in the military. Hey, Commander. You approach a gaunt, severe man with the regal bearing and cruel eyes. His armor bears the insignia of a commander. When you approach, he's eating stew and dry bread. At first you think he doesn't notice your presence. Then he motions with his hand for you to join him. He looks across the table at you with detached interest. I am Commander Johnson. You are the secondary surface crew. Yes, I think you can be useful to us if you want. Yeah, we can. I mean, secondary surface crew? What does that mean? Why, yes, did you not know? You were only selected to go to the surface after all qualified applicants disappeared without a trace. Besides, a waste. Don't worry. Your loss will harm Avernum much less. What does that mean? Well, you said I could be useful to you. I could use some experience before going to the surface when everyone disappears there. Well, there's something so negligible. I don't want to waste my people's time on it. A tribe of goblins have settled into a warren not far from here in Upper Avernum. They haven't caused us trouble yet. They will soon. Break in and kill their chief. That should disperse them for a while. And how do you know they have a chief? They always do. It's the only way their clan would be bold enough to set up so close to our fortress. Don't know its name, though. I haven't been able to catch a goblin for questioning yet. Maybe we should do that. Catch a goblin for questioning. What sort of trouble can they cause? Is it really necessary to kill them? Attacking travelers and merchants most likely. They haven't started yet, but they will soon. But if they die before they get the chance, how can I find them? Leave Fort Emergence to the south and follow the road. Watch the east wall of the main gallery. Look for signs of those dirty creatures. Another question. Are you the leader of this fort? I have complete command of all soldiers in this fortress. That doesn't include you. You answer to Anaximander, head of unspecified services in Fort Emergence. Only the soldiers? Yes, I command soldiers, which you aren't. Someday we're going to have to slay all those Empire bastards, and when we do, it will be the soldiers who do the work. Do you really believe we'll eventually have to destroy the Empire? Yes, that's right. Slay all of them. And you and your other unspecified services wastes of air will be no good to anybody. It's your turn now, but someday it will be up to the men, not the kids. Alright, that's all for now. That's all for now. We don't want to know more. What can we take with us? A bandit map. That sounds good. Some bread? Well, we would have to steal it. We'll not steal it. A stain. Maybe that can be useful someday. Go through here. Oh, there's also someone here. Elisa. A very old, very round woman stirs a pot of savory lizard stew. She's surrounded with enough kitchen supplies to feed an army. Which is, you suppose, her job. Welcome, child. I'm Elisa. She has the pale skin and sickly look common to long-time Avernites. Oh, that's quite a pile of food you're making. Naturally, I provide hot meals to all my children. Also, if I ask very nicely, provide rations for troopers going out on trips. Your children? Once I had children of my own, but they grew up and left. After that, I had the skills to cook for a horde, but no horde to cook for. And now we are your horde. Yes, now I cook for a somewhat older horde. Avernum troops eat a lot, but not much more than my 9 kids did. What, 9 kids? My god. I've got 3 and 9, that's... I don't know. She's a tough woman. She chuckles at that. She seems like she's about to tell you a story about her family, and then she thinks better of it. Do you have children in Avernum? She shakes her head. I'd never bring a child into that dark, dank place. All of my child rearing was done when I was 40 and got sent into Avernum. And why were you sent there? Because of your 9 kids? One day in the inn where I worked, I cooked a pile of food for some travelers. And as unbeknownst to me, they were rebels. They were caught and killed. I was accused of aiding them, and into Avernum I went. I was robbed of ever seeing my grandchildren. What? What? That's the Empire? Okay, I didn't care back then. One way or another about the Empire, but I hate it now with all my heart. She smiles, but you don't want to hear the ramblings of an old woman, not when your stomachs are grumbling. Oh, she's an interesting one to talk to. Got another question? There's something you need, child. I can feed you if you wish. Her tone of voice makes it clear that would please her more. Yeah, I could use some rations, please. You receive bread. Elisa smiles maternally. Oh, you poor dear. You need some lunches. Just a moment. She sets to work and soon comes back with a large, freshly baked loaf of mushroom meal bread. Here you are. Now be careful out there. Thanks a lot. Tasty mushroom bread. This warm, dry room bread is made to feed the soldiers of Fort Emergence. Since Avernum lacks flour or cornmeal, the bread is made from dried ground mushroom powder. It's bitter and unpleasant, but given years, you begin to forget how horrible it is. Oh, there's bread here. Let's take more bread. And a crude broadsword. And a crude spear. We'll take all of that. Good stuff. Let's open the next door. You hear something? Go here. This is so big already. I mean, what's this? The central gallery runs north-south through Fort Emergence. It is crowded with large carts and the giant lizards who pull them. Massive piles of the supplies ship in and out of this fort. All of the settlements of Upper Avernum are still works in progress. Fortunately, you don't have to worry about assault from these giant lizards. Though the creatures are innately fierce and stupid, the merchants who own them constantly dull their teeth and claws. Let's see if we can find someone to talk here to. Maybe here in these quarters. Keep in line. Yeah, we'll keep in line. I'm watching you. 2 gates lead out of Fort Emergence. The north gate leads to the surface. The south gate goes to Upper Avernum. Both gates are closed. They will likely remain so until you find Anaximander and get permission to depart. Yes, Ilona. Short middle-aged woman with heavy chain armor watches the south gate, which leads to Upper Avernum. She keeps a short, wicked-looking spear close at hand. I'm Ilona. Her voice has a heavy accent you can't quite place. I'm guarding here. And what are you guarding? I'm watching the rear gate. Not a risky job, it's true, but that one needs the doing. Her speech is very strange. So it isn't as important. It's not like the north gate. That is the way to the sunny lands, and so has many guards. The Empire is finding us. The north gate is where it will be bloody quickly. Can you tell me anything about what is past this gate? Leave to the south, and you'll be in a large cave, many miles across, that Avernum just settled. Many towns are here, just follow the railroads. So all is quiet? Yes, yes. If the attack is to come from the Empire, from the north it will come. From the south all I see are fresh green troops and supplies. So many supplies it is unbelievable. This way is Upper Avernum, mainly the caves and a few Avernum towns. Well, that's all for now. Thanks, Ilona. Let's go around here. So bored. So bored. These guys are so bored. And what is here? a small graveyard back here. The gravestones are recently carved and still free of mold and lichen. The people who died in the construction of this fort, mostly from cave-ins, rest here. A lovely crystal. Let's take that. A pick, we could use that too. So many doors. What's there to explore? These barracks are completed, yeah. So these are the incomplete barracks again. But they are... Oh, look at that. Look at that. The fashion of the times. A robe. We'll take all of that. Maybe we can use it. I mean, we've got leather armor, but... Tunic. We don't need tunics, but the robes are interesting. Leather pants, we have that. We have that all. Soldier. And up here, well, let's go to the next stall probably. Who are you? A guard. And this, oh, what is that? Something lying on the ground. Surface life. Books are plentiful on the surface, or at least plentiful in comparison to Avernum. This is a leather-bound book containing several hundred sheets of real paper made from real wood. Broken clay, trash, and an hourglass. Maybe an hourglass would be useful. Let's read this. You crack open the book and flip through it. Surface Flora and Fauna by Eva of the Tower of Magi. Many are the wonders of nature available on the surface of the world. Our long exile has made us forget the beauty that is our birthright, but little by little we begin to remember. Although the Empire did its best to cleanse the surface of anything wild or dangerous, and were, as far as we know, successful, many bizarre and fascinating creatures such as birds and clams and bushes still exist and thrive. That was the whole book? Come on. That was the whole book. Let's see. We also wanted to read this thing, right? Let's see. This simple map shows the route to two hostile encampments in Upper Avernum. Oh, the bandit camp. And the goblin camp. To reach Upper Avernum, lead Fort Emergence to the south. Yeah, that's good. We also had this message from Anaxi, Manda. It's in Horum's inventory. There we go. Ah, there's the office, there's the surface, there is where we started. It's a simple map of the northern half of Fort Emergence. On the back it says, pick up your supplies and come to see me as soon as possible. Oh, there's... Oh, yeah. Yes. Can we talk to our own guy? No. Where are we now? Right here. Okay. Time for a break. These guards here are really motivated, right? Totally motivated. What's this? A small room. Someday this room will be the office of some powerful Avernite bureaucrat. Right now it's only being used to store office supplies and furniture. And here there's a dragon head or something. There's Flanagan. Hey, Flanagan. You meet a burly man with a lot of hair and a lot of gut. He looks you up and down as you approach. I'm Flanagan with Unspecified Services. Pleased to meet you. Tell me about these. You know everyone who works for the Avernum government but doesn't have a specific pigeonhole and specified tasks. Mainly spies and adventurers. What's your job with Unspecified Services? Well, I'm sort of an investigating agent. When problems happen, I make them not be problems anymore. I work mainly in Upper Avernum. Work on the surface is left to others like you. What sort of investigating do you do? Well, I'm too big and loud to be much of a spy, so I wait here. Then, when something goes wrong or gets weird, I'll go look it over and figure out what's going wrong. He tips his head. I got more up here than you might think. I have another question. He's hoping for further distraction from his work. Trade stories about your unspecified services. Work with him for a while. Tell me about unspecified services. Yeah, okay, we have done that already. Flanagan. Everyone is bored here because they cannot go out, it seems. There's a note here or something. Is that true? Another bandit map. Put it here. Oh, all right. And you are... Oh, is that an Aximander? You enter a large, cramped, dimly lit office. It is filled with stacks of papers, maps, plans, barely legible notes, and the like. It also contains many plates and mugs, all in need of washing. In addition to all the other clutter, you find a small ratty man whose clothes and hair are in extreme disarray, as you can see here. He twitches constantly with nervous energy. When you enter, he leaps up and rushes over to greet you. Greetings, my friend. I'm so glad you're finally here. I'm an Aximander. As Commander Johnson commands the military half of the fort, I run the somewhat more covert operations. His words pour out in a babble. I will be the person you report to for further instructions during your explorations of the surface world. When you do something, come to me. When you don't do something, come to me. When you're just plain confused, come to me. Okay, we're right here. He returns to his seat and sorts through papers, looking for something. He can't find it. Damn, I had a map to a nearby goblin outpost. There's a bandit lair too in the caves. We thought you might want to do some raiding there to learn the work as a team and pick up some loot before exploring the surface. There's a map to the goblins around here somewhere. Search a bit. Then, when you're warmed up and ready to explore the surface, come back here. I'll have more instructions. Remember, to go to Upper Avernum, leave Fort Emergence to the south. To go to the surface, leave to the north. He nods, flashes you a bird grin, and goes back to his notes. Okay. Don't forget, the sooner you go out to the surface and see what's going on, the better. All of Avernum waits to see whether it is safe to emerge or not. He gives you a pair of maps of Upper Avernum and one of the surface lands around Fort Emergence. We should need the world map button. And there we go. Erika's tower. Oh, hand-drawn and looking very good. Cross weapons. Mark your group's location. Very interesting. And there's... Oh, there's the quest destinations. Already marked. The Goblin Chief. That's cool. That wasn't in the old games. Really cool. Really, really cool. With little time. What's there? Ah, too complicated to be picked. Well then, let's have a look around here, maybe somewhere. So we're going to the surface now. Let's see. I wish I could go out. When? Have you talked to Theresa? You meet a young woman with long dark hair. She's walking around the main gallery of Fort Emergence in nervous circles. Seems to know who you are already, and she's uncomfortable when you approach. Hello, I'm Theresa. Well, you seem very uncomfortable. Why? Because we both work for unspecified services. The keyword is covert. We deal in secrets. If I tell you things, those things are no longer secrets, and you might give them up. Nothing personal. You can't be allowed just to know what I know. Is that the only reason you're so uncomfortable? Well, almost. You see, I was supposed to get a bundle of records from the portal fort. It was supposed to get here weeks ago, but there has been no sign of the courier. It's nothing crucial, but I really wish those papers would arrive. Maybe I could help find them, Theresa. Maybe. I wouldn't waste your time with it, though. Anyway, you should visit the portal fort sometimes. Can be useful. Leave Fort Emergence to the south. Stick to the road. Follow the signs. The courier disappeared somewhere between here and there. That's all for now, thanks. And we have a quest list in the journal. The journal button is here, it seems. Oh, it's looking shiny. I like that. I like the rework they made. It's looking real shiny. I love it. Always improving things here. So is there something left which we haven't visited yet? Don't think so. We can go to the surface now, which is where we are headed, I guess. And we can do that now. Let's go to the surface. What will happen? Nothing. Not yet. Let's save the game. And we'll check the chat. Hi there, Karolis Andreuska and Mr. K. Very cool. A map for ants. Yeah, the thing is... So... Karolis Andreuska. Yeah, the original resolution So, let's continue shortly. Let me just drink something. I'm dried out from all the reading. Oh, I forgot to enable monetization. That's really bad. Not because I want to get you ads, but because it's usually promoted better. For that short pause for drinking, I'll play an ad. Oh. So let's return to the game a bit. Let's see what we can find on the surface. Oh, I hear birds. The fabled birds. What is there on the ground? Nothing. You emerge from Fort Emergence into the outdoors. A harsh yellow light from above blinds you. The air smells strange. For a while, the size and openness of the blue space above you paralyzes you with vertigo. Still, there's nothing to do but press on. You emerge from the valley and are immediately greeted by a view which brings tears to your eyes. It has been many years since Avernites have seen the surface. Those of you who have seen it at all, and after years of dreaming, here it finally is, laid out before you. Plants are everywhere, you feel the wind, and the sky is a blue richer than any you've ever seen. It's warm and dry, and there can be no doubt you're finally home. You stand there for an hour, just admiring the sights and feeling the sensations. Then you look around more carefully. This area is unsettled. There's a river to the south, but there are no human settlements as far as you can see. This is excellent news. Not only is Fort Emergence under no immediate danger of attack, there's plenty of room around here for Evernites to settle. But it wouldn't do to get too excited. There's still plenty to be discovered and plenty of investigation to do. You'll have to meet the surface people, who are likely to be very different from you. Also, while there's great joy in leaving the caves, it's far more frightening than you thought it would be. The years of tunnels and shadows, the open sky and bright sun leave you feeling constantly blinded and exposed. A new chapter in the life of Avernum has just begun. A new land awaits you. It's time to explore. Starting out at the open, unknown terrain around you starts to make you feel nervous. You wonder if you're sufficiently experienced to handle the threats ahead. You start to consider returning to Upper Avernum to hunt easier foes for a little while before risking the surface. It's your decision to make, but the danger ahead is great. Will we do that? Maybe we'll do that, because we're playing this on hard, and we'll really like to see what things we have down there, right? What dangers... Oh. Come on. Let's see what we have there. Oh. So this is Upper Avernum. And this is... Ah, that's the card. So we're on some kind of meta map. The road near Fort Emergence is patrolled by a band of Avernite soldiers. They don't seem very alert. They don't need to be. If a serious attack ever comes, it won't be from this direction. When they see you, they march towards you. It looks like they want to talk to you. Approach and talk to them. The guards approach you eagerly. You're the surface exploration crew. Have you been to the surface yet? You say that you have. What's it like? They're desperately eager to hear news of what's it like up there. Do you indulge them? Yes. You tell them a few things about what it's like on the surface. Their overwhelming desire to hear what you've seen is flattering and also a little sad. They're desperately eager to return to the surface. After a while, you excuse yourselves and move on. If you didn't, they would keep asking you questions for hours. They march away quickly, eager to pass on the choice gossip they've obtained. And there they march. And we're marching at a party. It's very interesting. Look at that. Could we go into this, whatever it is? You stand on a large rickety bridge, built to carry troops and supplies across the river to Fort Emergence. Soon an army will cross here in hopes of carving out an area for the Avernites, the surface of the world. To the north you see a huge open cavern, dotted with recently built towns and settlements, populated with Avernites recently teleported from far below. To the west is a portal keep, where everyone up here, including you, arrived from the Tower of Magi. All right, all right. And our reputation has improved. It's because we've told them. Let me open the window first for a bit. One moment. So there, we're back again. Let's explore this cave. Yeah, this is recorded live. Totally live. And I need some fresh air. Let's see. Mushrooms. Caves. Strange beings here. What is that? There's an infestation of Chitrach lava back here. Chitrachs are large, vicious, giant insects. They were originally found in the Vanatai caverns, far below Avernum, but they have been slowly migrating upwards. If nothing is done, these larvae will become fully grown Chitrachs and cause all manner of problems. Something should be done. We'll attack! Oh, that's the encounter screen. I like that. Ooh! It's so shiny, I love it. We can throw javelins. Let's see. Or we can attack. Maybe we should just attack. Right. Right. Let's go. Ah, cave worm. And you? Bam! Cave worm die. And Horum. Go for a priest spell. What could we do? Smite, protection. Oh yeah, we should definitely do some protection or what? Or could we? We could kill that cave worm. Ah, nice, very nice. You maybe should use a spell. Let's see. We could daze, cloak of curses, call beast. We could call a beast. A direwolf. Ow. Come on, larvae. These larvae are terrible. What do we have here? Captain can attack this guy. This cave, whatever. Zesos. Ooh. Kill it! And you? Go for a priest spell and heal. Ooh. Should use the bolt of fire. Let's see. Yeah, we need to protect ourselves from the cave worms. This one needs to die. Oh, that's not enough. Ow. Thankfully one missed. Oh, God. So now, what can we do? What can we do? This one needs to die. This one is close to dying. We need to kill this. That's not good. What can you do? Well, probably let's kill this thing. Oh, we've missed. No. Priest spell. Heal yourself. And you need to kill this thing now. Come on, we need to do it. Bam! Oh, God! This is pretty close, I'd say. This thing will die on its own. We'll have to attack here. Charge! And you, says Os. What can you do? Nothing here. 29, and you? You need to heal yourself. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Let's use the fire spell on the cave worm. Ah, good, 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 good. We have hopes to survive it now. Survive it all. We could maybe flank, but we could also just attack. And you, says Oz. There we go. Horum. I think we should probably cure him and attack. Here maybe. Ah! One of your characters has just been knocked unconscious. This happens when your health level reaches 0. To revive, the character walks through the gate of a friendly town. Or use a return life spell. Alright. There we go. We've done it. Well then, Move through the gate. We shall do it. Yeah, hi soldiers. We've been revived. Let's go back. The Chitrach larvae. Maybe they've left something behind. We just wanted to go quickly. Nothing on the ground. Okay, alright. We've done something good in eliminating them, right? The Chitrachs. Too dangerous. You find a section of floor where the mold has small boot prints in it. There are also spots of what looks like dried blood. You follow the tracks for a while. They lead up to the west wall and disappear without a trace. Interesting. When you approach an odd-looking wall outdoors, it might sometimes disappear to really reveal a hidden passage. Ah. There it is, the hidden... Ooh. At the end of the corridor, you find the decomposed remains of a large goblin. Interestingly, its short sword is not the usual crude goblin craftsmanship. It's a well-made blade, crafted from good solid iron. Iron weapons are quite valuable down in Avernum. Though the weapon is tarnished, it's still in usable condition. We'll take it, of course. What's this? Oh, nothing. We have an iron short sword. We should really look into this. We've got a dagger. Dagger can do something. We're using a crude dagger. We could have an iron short sword. That's much better. Good dual wield. Let's put it here. The crude dagger can be put away. You'll be on the main hand of the crude broadsword. That's too much. Maybe the short sword can be used there? No. That thing. And here. Oh, nice. Now we can dual wield. But both weapons will be less effective. Well, I don't care. It's somehow it's fun, right? Crude spare. Let's see. I mean, it's better than the crude dagger, right? What else do we have here? The leather gloves. Yeah, we can equip them as well. We have pants. We have sandals are better than nothing. That tunic. Pants. Bring the pants forwards. We have pants. No pants. Well, now you've got pants. You've got no pants, but you've got boots. At least that. You've got nearly nothing but a leather armor. Well, that's also okay. You don't need much armor. Really good. Getting the loot here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What's going on there? Let's see. There's that odd thing again. Odd markings. The secluded passage is not very interesting, yet another long gallery filled with scree and debris. The only landmarks are the piles of cave rat droppings, and even they look old and dried out. Even the glowing roof fungus that lights these caves is sparse here. Not very interesting. I'd like to know what's there. To your disappointment, you find that this tunnel contains nothing more interesting than piles of rock and ancient rat droppings. Nothing useful. You turn around and start to head back. As you do, however, you hear squeaking behind. Loud, nasty squeaking. You start to wonder if perhaps the makers of the suspiciously large rat droppings ever wander back to the secluded passage. Let's make a short pause. Increase the tension. Well, the newborns nearly killed us, so... Yeah, back to the killings now. Rats! Ah, there are the rats. Okay, I thought now the encounter would start, but... Oh my god, they're attacking. A vapor rat. But we can dual wield now, rat. Take that. Oh my god. 14%? What? Giant rat, vapor rat. The vapor rat is probably something special. Items, journals, spells, mage spells, battle disciplines. Do we have battle disciplines? Well aimed blow. Well aimed blow. And we've got fatigue now. That's not good. Got a priest spell. Need some protection. Yeah, let's maybe walk this way and start the protection. And you, dear mage. Cloak of Curses. Yeah, maybe that's good. Oh god, Sezos. Oh my god. We're dead. Where's the flee button? Outdoor combats don't end until all foes are dead, or until all party members are dead. Wow. Let's edit the party. No? My god, what was this? Well, can we flee somewhere? Should we flee? I don't know. I mean, we can attack the giant rat, but it really doesn't. I believe we did. Alas, your quest to save the surface and win freedom for Avernum has come to a gruesome end by the rats. Your bones eventually lie in an anonymous crypt, alongside all of the other victims on the war to come. Fortunately, there's still hope. There are still many scouts and spies in Avernum, yearning to infiltrate the surface and win a new homeland. Any one of them could be the new savior of the underworld. Perhaps your next attempt will end in success. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, we'll load the game. So rat droppings, eh? My god. There's someone following us. Goblin warriors! Oh, we're already on dual wield? This would be terrible. But let's find out. Maybe we can do it. Ouch. Hey, a crit. Now let's go for that blow. Well aimed blow. Priest spell. Protection. And you, dear mage. Affects an area. Where's that area? It's only on enemies, right? Ow! Have you seen that? My god. Maybe we should find more larvae, right? Maybe more larvae are the way. Maybe we can survive this though. Let's try. Smite on this guy. And then kill the beast. Sezos. We're fatigued. Ah, that was a relief. What can we do here? On that, we need to attack that goblin. I believe we should heal. And then let's attack that goblin here. We can also have a Cloak of Curses though. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, come on. Attack! And now? Heal again. And you will have to go for the days again. The days is really, really good, I see. Sesos, what are you doing? Let's attack that dazed goblin over here. He's missing. We will heal. And you can now... I'm not sure. Maybe we should move there and then attack. Sesos could go here. He's not fatigued anymore. We could go for a well-aimed blow. Nice. Ooh, ah. Do we still have the shield? No, we have the Cloak of Curses only. Shield chant. Cordelia is on with a shield chant. Could call another beast, but I think we can only summon one beast. We could daze again. I think we've got time for some attacks though. Ow! Oh my god. You're active? Let's kill this guy. And now... Priest spell will heal Cordelia. And she's already active now. Bolt of fire! Ow. Hey, we did it! Splendid. Nothing on the ground. Let's actually go back. As quickly as we can. Apply first aid. Run! Captain Can got problems. But not anymore. Wow, this is really hard now. This is a game where hard is hard. I mean, in the new games, hard is always like, this is normal. And it's not hard, but normal. It's just not easy hard. But this game, hard is hard. Na 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 na. Oh, what? 2, 3. This game is hard. We've got to attack. We've got to probably focus on that thing. Look for a battle discipline. We'll get a well-aimed blow. Oh, that was a good blow. Maybe another well-aimed. Good, 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 good. Now we need to heal you, Captain Can. Or go for some protection. No. Minor heal. That's best. And you... go for a daze. At least one of them is dazed. I mean... Now we've got... Ooh, we've got herself. She needs to heal herself. There's no other way. We'll go for the Cloak of Curses. Ow! Oh my god. You're at it again. Well, Priest spell, minor heal. Come on. Cordelia could daze again, could attack somehow. There we go. Oh, we're all dazed. Oh my god, this is terrible. Heal yourself. And you? Ah, no, I cursed again. Oh, this is terrible. This is really terrible now. Hey, nice. We got that. Now we can... Oh my god. I'm so terrible at this. Come on. There we go. We should be able to do this if we do it good. Mage spell. The daze. The daze missed. Good night. Well, ain't low. Ooh, weakness curse. We did it. I cannot believe how we did it, but we did it. We're learning, and as long as I don't do things so quickly, we also should be able to survive these combats. Hey there, we're back again. Can we somehow train too? We'll see that soon, I guess. So let's see what's behind that lizard thing. Yeah, okay, you're patrolling, I get it. I need to leave you alone, I guess. And now. There's a dead body over here. You find the body of an unfortunate Avernite courier. She must have been chased down and trapped here by a pack of giant lizards. The things are a constant and lethal menace. Nearby, you notice a pile of stones with a sack poking out from under them. A brief inspection reveals a sack of papers from Avernum. The poor victim's last action must have been to hide her package. We'll take it, of course. You briefly inspect the papers. They are addressed to Theresa in Fort Emergence. Judging from the date, the package is several weeks late. Oh, we've got that. Nice. And there's a pack of... bandits. There's nothing on the ground. There's that. Ooh, who are you guys? You're not good, right? We'll try to bring you down there. Goblins and a wolf. I'm really not sure. Could go for a weapon, for a discipline. We could go for a flawless shot. Let's go for that. The wolf was so terrible. I could go for the goblin too. That was good. And you? You could actually eliminate that guy. Bam. Oh my god. That wasn't good. What should we do? Smite? No, we'll go for protection. And we will go for a daze. Oh, that's too far away, is it? No! Oh my god! Okay. I didn't think we would be able to do it like that. I didn't think I could cast spells with the right mouse click. Well then, Oh, we're fatigued, yeah. Well, let's just attack the wolf then. And now we need to do something, right? Smite the wolf in that case. Maybe now you can daze them. It would be really, really nice. There we go. Attack that goblin. Oh, that was good, but not good enough. Well, still we can heal. Should be able to survive this. You can attack. Oh no, you've missed. Well, kill that goblin. And now... so good we can heal so much. Fire! We need to attack. It's just, it is as it is. Oh, we could go flawless shot. Yeah, we should probably do that. There we go. Ensnared again. And smite. Oh, so close. Daze them all. Very nice. Should probably start and slaughter them, right? Now that we're on the up swing. Ow! Hey, why did you wake up? We did undaze them by attacking, probably. There was that chance, right? Heal and... fire damage! A goblin warrior? Ooh. That's probably a little bit more tough, right? Attack the goblin warrior. And you will go for the protection. I think we should go full force right now. Let's try this. Smite. We missed. Oh no. No. Ooh, that's not good. Hey, we did it. Ooh. I don't think that was easy. There's a couple of encounters there that we don't want to have. Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh. Look at that. How much experience do we need? Is that true? Come on, that's crazy. Melee weapons or thrown missiles. So he's better at melee. We've got a mix here. Pole and melee and bows. Alright. Let's go back. And so looking back, I mean, the surface would probably be too tough for us. Much too tough. What's going on here? You're a group of... You meet a band of alert soldiers carefully guarding this crossroads. Well, except you let all goblins pass and stuff. When you approach, they tell you to watch out. Apparently there has been some bandit activity to the north. Oh, look at these guys. They are glimmering somehow. Let's save this. Let's look at the chat. I'm pretty curious if anyone has come to. Yeah, wrecked. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, let's take a sip of water and go back to killing goblins then. So then, maybe a little more, maybe 10 or 15 minutes more. And then I'm exhausted, so let's go. What will we have there? These are the bandits. The sign says Portal Keep, 20 miles west, Geekrat, 35 miles north. Beware of goblins. At first, these men looked like traveling merchants, perhaps bringing goods to 40 merchants. When you get close and draw their weapons, however, you realize that they are bandits. There's about a dozen of them. Leader says, well now, if it isn't an adventurer, and not any old adventurer either, but the heroic surface explorer. Gossip around your arrival has been gotten around. Well, since you're so mighty, you can surely spare a few coins to help out a few lowly travelers, yes? The tone of his voice indicates that refusal to help will be greeted with open hostility. This group of bullies looks pretty tough. You doubt you will be able to beat them in a fight for now. Well then, there you go. You pay them. The bandit leader bows mockingly. Thank you, mighty adventurer, and good luck on the surface. We're in good hands. The bandits laugh and move on. Well then, okay, bandits. You got your time. We'll have ours. We'll get these 10 back. Hopefully. Are there some rats? Rats again? It's a big map. There's a slime or something. You meet a guard patrol, watching the area around the portal fortress. You remember seeing them when you headed east to 40 merchants. As they pass you, they nod cordially. You hear them mutter among themselves. You hear one of them say, weren't they going to the surface? I wish I was going up there. You don't hear what they say after that. And we pass. A familiar sight comes into view. The portal fortress. Inside it is the huge teleporter, which is the only route from deep Avernum to upper Avernum and back. The raw magical energy of the place makes your scalp tingle, even from out there. What's in here? Something special? No? Raw magical energy. Well, we could enter, right? Return to the portal fortress, the tower where everyone arrives in upper Avernum. You recall that the huge hall to the southwest contains a powerful teleporter. It carries people and supplies to and from the Tower of Magi down in Avernum. Now, this looks proper here, right? You hear something? No? You didn't hear anything. Administration and unspecified service. Oh, nice. You can read something. There's a heavy book on this pedestal. It's not magical. It looks like more a work of history with large, colorful illustrations. Potentially interesting. Read it. Oh, on dragons. When Avernum was discovered, it contained strange and wondrous creatures in it. Most amazing of these were the dragons. Most dragons on the surface were killed by the Empire. 5 dragons lived in Avernum. They were siblings, children of a mated pair we know nothing of. Mortrax was the eldest and the best friend to humankind. Alas, he died as a result of wounds suffered during the Empire War. Most powerful was Sulfurus. She was taken prisoner by the Empire during the Empire War. When Evernights rescued her, she slew many Empire soldiers, restored her hoard, and disappeared. Her current location is unknown. Pyro was an enemy to Avernum and had to be slain by humans not long before Hawthorne was assassinated. Athron is a recluse by nature and has been heard from for years. Finally, Koth was known to have a huge appetite for learning and an awesome library. However, he had the ill fortune to be captured by the Empire and forced to aid them with his learning. After the Empire War, he was nowhere to be found. And this, on the Vanatai people, these aliens, the Vanatai pronounced Vanate, are a very interesting race, only recently discovered and barely understood. They are friendly, however, and great allies to the people of Avernum. They are purely a people of the caves, living in tunnels far below Avernum. They live in ecologies maintained by magic. When they have used up the nutrients of their lands, they hibernate en masse for centuries, while the land restores itself. Their magic is powerful and based on the use and shaping of crystals. Most amazingly, the souls of their most powerful and valued ancestors are brought back to life in the form of large blue crystals, called crystal souls. It was because of these souls that we first discovered the Vanatai. The Empire learned of them before us and stole 3 of their crystal souls. There's that pattern, right? The Empire is always before them. A band of brave Avernum adventurers recover the souls, proving our good intentions. In return, the Vanatai joined our side and helped turn the tide of the Empire War. They have fought beside us and are invaluable allies. And this one? The history of Avernum. The history of Avernum is long and complicated, but may still be easily summarized. It was discovered by Empire magicians several decades ago. A band of soldiers and great heroes was teleported down to explore this new wondrous land. This first expedition was slaughtered to a man and a woman. Later, the Empire had the idea of using Avernum as dumping ground for undesirables. The Australia. Oh my god. Misfits and magical creatures alike were sent through a one-way teleporter into Avernum. Among these were several powerful mages, all of whom were at the losing end of a political struggle. These were Solberg and Patrick, Roan and Linda, and most importantly Erica. They imprisoned the demon Grahoth, who ruled the caverns, and formed a nation which they called Avernum as a constant reminder that this was not our true home. Erica, the most powerful of the mages, however, was not content. Her hatred of the Empire was absolute, and she masterminded a plan to assassinate Hawthorne, the brilliant and vicious ruler of the surface world. The result was bloody vengeance. Gazad, master archmage of the surface world, led an invasion force down into Avernum. The troops who teleported down waged the Empire War, a conflict that ravaged Avernum. Through the help of the Vanatai, however, we won the Empire War and slew the invaders. Our future is now uncertain, but with our new allies, perhaps we may stride boldly forward to a wondrous destiny. Good to know it all. Let's see what we can find there. This room is filled with papers, journals, booklets, maps, schedules, inventories, and people manipulating, studying, reading, writing on, shredding, crying over, and generally dealing with these records. This must be where the fort's planning takes place. Oh, interesting. Kellner and apprentice. You can talk to Kellner. You meet a solemn and attentive mage in elegant clothes. Traces of grey are starting to appear in his hair. He walks up and formally greets you, surrounded by an aura of authority. Welcome back, adventurer. I am Kellner, Chief Administrator of the Portal Fortress. Can I help you? Oh, what is a Chief Administrator? A fancy way of saying that I run the place, but all the pests in the military still get to boss me around. So, would you consider me a pest? Sorry, I meant no disrespect. Plus, officially, you are not part of the military. You are part of unspecified services, a much subtler and less intrusive organization. I've got another question. He nods to you. I'm busy, but I can make time for you. You are very important. Any other way I can help the surface explorer? Are you looking to hire an adventurer? He laughs. That takes me back. I remember a few years ago some adventurers asked me that. I had them wipe out some serpent cult. But now, even if I had something you could do, I wouldn't ask you. You're the surface explorers. Your time is too valuable to be spent running my errands. What happened to those adventurers? Their courage eventually gained them a far amount of fame and wealth. They're still down in Avernum, still fighting our enemies. I can rest easier being up here, knowing they're down there, looking after things. And another question. What do you do here? He waves at his surroundings. As I said, I am the Chief Administrator. I coordinate all comings and goings for the Portal Fortress. It's sort of a promotion from my Tower of Magi post. And why did you leave there? I spent most of my magical career there, first in training and then as administrator. I finally got transferred up here, much to my relief. And why were you so eager to leave? Once, years ago, a mage named Linda performed certain very dark experiments. I trained there at the time and was able to help some adventurers purge the evil she brought. Later, when I was administrator there, Linda returned, and I sensed that old habits were starting to return. So I pulled strings and came here. It was not a situation I wanted to deal with anymore. What sort of experiments was Linda involved in? You see, Linda, formerly of the Triad, was a master wizard. She brought a demon into the tower once, and only with great effort was it repelled. Never trusted her. Never will. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get real tired, I think. That's all for now, thanks. And I think it will be all for us too. Maybe we'll return to this if there's enough interest. I'll play this a little bit in private. I can only recommend it. Even if it looks primitive and maybe ant-like, it is drawing you in. After you play for a while, you can really admire the simplicity and just the working of all of the interface and the items, and like everything just works, and everything is a great adventure to be explored, to be started. The dialogues are very good, and it's not right as primitive as it is. It isn't really like bad to look at or something, or blurry or something like that, or pixelish. It's a very fine game. I can only recommend it, and like all of the games of Spiderweb Software are similar to this. This is reworked, of course, so it's a little bit, it has more special effects. As you can see, it has some kind of weather going on, so it's really, the details have been much better here. And Avernum 3 I can also recommend very much. Like the whole Avernum trilogy is pretty good. If you get into these games, you look past the surface that is a little bit primitive, then you can have really great fun with these games. And yeah, it's just great to play them. You can dump hours and hours and hours into it, and it's good from the combat, it's good from the quests, it's good from just about everything, maybe except the graphics and the not really being their music, right? So that's it. Thank you a lot for watching. I'll return to the chat for a short look at you guys, and then we'll put an end to this stream of Avernum 3, a game I can only recommend. It's really a great game. It's much as Avernum 3 that I tested. You don't want to stop playing it. I mean, there are probably few people watching because it isn't so good for watching with these tiny setups, but it's a lot of fun playing it. I'll save here for myself. Yeah, evil Linda. The blue blob. The blue blob. What is the blue blob? France? Or is it Stellaris? Or is it... or is it maybe Torment Tides of Numenera? That's also a game that is very, very blue. Well, I'll stop the stream for now. You know how to reach me. Let's stop stream.